Welcome to TDS Online Math. Now let's look at the domain of this function. Okay, we are given f of x equals to square root of x minus 5. Now, what is the domain of a function? Domain means the set of all possible values of x for which the function, okay, is defined. So we focus on values of x that will make this one defined. Okay. All right. So to state the domain of this, we will look at the values or the area where, okay, the area or the values of x that will make this one undefined. Okay. So let's observe something here. We know if you take square root of any negative number, okay, it will make this one not defined. Okay. So when this side is negative, okay, it won't be defined. So what we are going to do here is very simple. Now, if I take x minus 5, okay, and remember anything less than 0 is negative. So if I make it less than 0 like this, okay, x minus 5 less than 0 will make this one, okay, undefined. So we can say x is less than 5. So anything less than 5, okay, will make this one undefined. Now let's look at values of x less than 5. Now we have 4 is part, okay. So let's plug in 4 and see. If I put 4 here, 4 minus 5, that will be minus 1. So minus 1 will be undefined here, okay. Minus 1 will be undefined here. Now let's go to 3. If I plug in 3, now it will be 3 minus 5, that will be minus 3 minus 5 minus 2, which will still make this undefined. So now that we have the range, okay, here we can state the domain, okay. So from here we can say the domain is very simple. So we say x is such that x can take all values, or x belongs to all real numbers except, okay, except x is less than 5. Okay, so when we say x is less than 5, we mean that anything less than 5 will make this one undefined. So that's the domain. All right, now let's take the domain of this. Now when we say domain of a function, we mean the values, okay, the values that x contains that will make this one defined. Okay, so remember that x plus 3 under the root sign, when this one is negative, okay, when this one is negative, everything will be undefined. And anything less than 0, okay, anything less than 0 will be negative, because on the number line, if you have 0 here, we have plus, we have minus. So anything less than 0 is negative. Okay, so to state the domain of this, we will say that when x plus 3 is less than 0, okay, this one will be undefined. And we can proceed that when x is less than minus 3, this one will be undefined. Now let's plug in this one and see anything less than minus 3, okay. So we have negative 4. Negative 4 is less than negative 3. So let's plug negative 4. If I put negative 4 here, negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So if we take square root of negative 1, that would be math error or undefined. Okay, so we are in a good shape here. Okay, so you can guess anything less than, okay, anything less than minus 3. Okay, so minus 5, minus 4, minus 6, they are all less than this. And once you put it here, it will make this one undefined. So based on that, we can state our domain here. So we say x is such that, okay, x belongs to all real numbers except, okay, x is less than minus 3. Okay, so in short, we have from minus 3 to infinity. Okay, so one is closed, one is open. Okay, that is that. All right. Now let's find the domain of this. Okay, so we have one on that. Okay, now let's let's say this side is 0. Okay, if this side is 0, if the denominator is 0, everything will be undefined. So we have 1 point. So if it is a fraction, if it is a fraction, so the fraction, okay, so we have 2 points here. One, if the denominator is 0, it will be undefined. Okay, and also we have square root, and if we take square root of a negative number 2, okay, this one will be undefined. So taking square root of a negative number will make this one undefined. So we need to combine the two. Okay, so combine the two. This side, when this side is 0, it will be undefined, and when this side is negative 2, it will be undefined. So it means our domain, okay, will be x is such that x belongs to all real numbers except, now, so when x minus 5 is less than 0, okay, if it is less than 0, x will be less than 5. But because when this side, okay, is 0, make this undefined, you need to make the 5 part of the option, because if this side is 5, if I do this, it means 5 is inclusive. 5 minus 5 is 0. Square root of 0 is 0. And therefore 0 is part. So we need to include this one. So we say except x is less or equal to 5. Alright, so that's that.